What you got for me, 2016? Hey everybody. So this is going to be my top 20 most anticipated movies for 2016. I was going to do a top 10, but there's a lot of movies I want to see next year that I'm hoping are really good, so I made it 20. So coming in at number 20 is an unknown. I want it to be really good. I'm hoping it's really good, but I'm unsure. The Jungle Book. Now, I love the original cartoons. I mean, it's the movie that saved Disney. If the original Jungle Book did not make enough money, Disney would have not been making any more movies. So it's a very integral movie in the Disney history. And I'm a little concerned at what they'll do with the songs. Is it going to be a musical like the original? Or are they going to go in another direction? Now, we did in the trailer, we get the little thing of him, the bear, whistling, the song as they're going down the river. And the animation looks amazing. I am a little concerned because it's all soundstage green screen, and the main character is a human kid. So I don't know. I don't want it to be like Anakin Skywalker in Phantom Menace. So I'm really hoping this kid does good and that Jon Favreau directs him well. Now, I have a lot of trust in Jon Favreau. I love Jon Favreau. And he's producing the new Shannara Chronicles that are coming out in January. And I'm really excited about that, even though it's on MTV. And I don't trust MTV, but I do trust Jon Favreau. So if the Shannara Chronicles and Jungle Book are good, then Jon Favreau is like uber god, director, producer guy, and I will watch anything that he puts out. Number 19, Everybody Wants Some. So this is a spiritual sequel to Dazed and Confused. Linkletter is doing, instead of Dazed and Confused being in the 70s and about high school, coming of age story. This one is in the 1980s and it's a college coming of age story, but it's totally different characters, totally different situation, but it has the same kind of feel, and you can tell that in the trailers that it has that kind of same feel. I grew up in the 80s. I was young, but I still remember a lot of the 80s. So I really want to see this movie. I'm a little hesitant. I'm afraid of going in and expecting Dazed and Confused, because Dazed and Confused is a cult classic, but it didn't become a cult classic until years after it came out. I don't want to go in there expecting Dazed and Confused, because I want this movie to just be good on its own and then develop its own cult classic stuff after 5 years, just like Dazed and Confused did. So I'm hoping it's in that same vein, that it's going to make itself its own cult classic and become a true spiritual sequel to Dazed and Confused. I'm just afraid some of the humor isn't going to work. So I'm hoping that Linkletter doesn't do what a lot of the comedies are doing now and go too much in the stupid, disgusting, quick laugh, and actually has a good script. That's what I'm hoping for. Number 18, Inferno, the third Dan Brown book. The other two with Tom Hanks had, the Da Vinci Code, which I liked that movie a lot. I loved the book. And Angels and Demons, I liked that movie a lot too. Not something I would put in my top 10, but still a good movie. And I'm hoping Inferno is on par with those other two. I would love to see a good Inferno movie. So let's hope it's good. 17, Finding Dory. So I love the kid CGI movies when they're good. Pixar makes good movies. I liked Finding Nemo. I thought it was a cute movie. I thought it was a fun movie. Uh, and Dory is one of my favorite characters. Ellen DeGeneres is one of my favorite people. I love watching Ellen DeGeneres on YouTube. I don't get to watch it the whole show during the day. I work, but I love Ellen DeGeneres. She's one of my favorite celebrities today, and especially on TV. And I loved her character Dory. So I'm really hoping that this movie is good. There's nothing wrong with getting more Ellen DeGeneres. Mwah! Love you, hun. Number 16, Kung Fu Panda 3. Not 2, 3. So I love the first two Kung Fu Pandas. Jack Black is hilarious. The movies were really good. And in the third one, the trailer had me cracking up. Just that scene where the father and the son meet each other and they have no idea and everybody else is like slapping their forehead. I mean, that was a funny sequence. I'm hoping that's not the funniest thing in the movie. But I love the Kung Fu Panda movie, so I'm really hoping the third one is good. If it is, I don't know if I would want any more. I think 3 for most series is a good way to stop unless you have an amazing script for 4. Like there are a few movies that actually have good fourth movies. Rocky is one of them. I think Rocky 4 is one of my favorite Rocky movies. I love Dolph Lundgren in that. I like the whole Russian thing. It was a good story. I just like it. So Kung Fu Panda 3, please be good. I'm hoping it is. 15. This one is kind of an unknown, and that's why I put it at 15 and not something earlier, because I don't know much about this movie. I just know how much I'm hoping that it's really good. Gambit. So Gambit is a character with Marvel. He's in the X-Men. He was big in the cartoons that I watched like in the 90s, and I want him to be good so bad because X-Men or Wolverine Origins ruined a lot of characters. Now, it got Sabretooth right, and Wolverine and Sabretooth were cool, but Gambit was destroyed in that movie. Not only was he in the wrong timeline, but the actor couldn't keep the accent, and the movie was just bad. He wasn't in it very much. You didn't get much of Gambit. And that's also the movie that destroyed Deadpool. So I'm hoping that Gambit is done right, just like I'm hoping Deadpool is. Number 14, Hail Caesar. The new Coen Brothers movie looks good. Actually, it looks a lot like, the humor of Oh Brother, Where Art Thou, which I love that movie. And I'm hoping it becomes as good as Oh Brother, Where Art Thou. The trailers look hilarious. I'm so hoping it's good. Please, please, please be good. If it's bad, I will be so disappointed, and I don't want to be disappointed. 13, Doctor Strange. Cumberbatch as Doctor Strange. I actually think that's a really good casting choice. He looks like Doctor Strange from the comic books, and he's a great actor. So as long as the story is on point and the director knows what he's doing, I think it could be a good movie. I think it could be one of the better comic book movies of the year, like the sleeper hit like Guardians of the Galaxy. If they do it right, I think it could be one of the best. But it's still very much of an unknown. I haven't seen anything from it, so that's why it's number 13. Number 12. This one actually dropped a few for me. Star Trek Beyond. The trailer, I like the trailer as an action movie. But, as I didn't say in my review, it didn't feel as much like a Star Trek movie. It felt more cool as an action movie, and it's Star Trek. It has to be a Star Trek movie. But Simon Pegg is one of the co-writers, and I'm putting a lot of faith in Simon Pegg that the script is good and the trailer just wasn't that good. Because I've seen a lot of movies where the trailers got me really excited and the trailer was horrible, or movies where the trailer wasn't that great but the movie was awesome. So I'm hoping this is kind of an in-between and that Star Trek Beyond is good. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. Number 11. I almost put this in my top 10. Excuse me. I almost put this in my top 10, but The Nice Guys. And what sold me on this was the trailer. Whoever did the trailer for The Nice Guys, I give them props because that is a great trailer. The movie looks awesome. It looks funny. I like the fact that it's taking place in that time era and not present day. I like the whole feel of it. I think it's going to be like The Man from U.N.C.L.E., one of those movies that people don't really consider that much or don't think about it, but it turns out to be really good. Number 10, Ghostbusters 3. I love Kristen Wiig, and I really want this movie to be good. So from what I've seen about it, it looks great. I'm really hoping it's a good movie. I'm really, really hoping it's a good movie. I'm going to see it. I would like to see a trailer. Haven't seen a trailer yet. Just pictures. Number 9, a surprise trailer for me. Independence Day Resurgence. That trailer was a lot better than I was expecting for a sequel to Independence Day. And I really want to see that movie now. I'm afraid they're going to revisit too much of the original storyline, which can be good and bad depending on what they're doing with it. I don't see too many new characters. The only reason to really repeat a storyline is if you're expecting sequels and you have a lot of new characters that you're introducing. So I do like the fact that they're preparing for the aliens to come back. That makes sense to me. And one of the things I said, like in my review, is the first wave that happened in the first movie, I think is like the farming group. Like, they're the wave to come in and wipe the planet and then take all of the minerals and elements that they need and for their society and then move on to the next planet. But they were thwarted by the humans, and word got back. You know, the original planet's like, hey, whatever happened to Farming Group 37? They're like, oh, the humans killed them. And then they're like, oh, hell no, and then this is the military group. So I'm kind of hoping something like that. It looks like that's what we're getting, so that's what I'm hoping for. But the trailer looked awesome, so I can't wait for that one. Number 8, X-Men Apocalypse. Now, I would put this farther up, except I'm not quite sure where they're going. I liked the in the trailer. I liked how they're introducing the characters, and the fact that Apocalypse is like the person that inspired the 4 horsemen in the Bible and all that kind of thing, and he's the original mutant. And I really love the new X-Men movies. The 2 new ones, I really like them. Days of Future Past was great, you know. So I'm hoping this movie is really good. Oscar Isaacs as Apocalypse. He's a great actor. He did an awesome job in Star Wars: The Force Awakens, and he did an awesome job in Ex Machina. So I have faith that he could do a good Apocalypse. The makeup I'm a little worried about, but I think his acting will be so good that I can look past it. And we'll see. We haven't really seen too much of him. 7, Captain America: Civil War. Now, the trailer, it makes it feel like Avengers 3, because everybody's in it. But Civil War is a very important storyline in the Marvel Universe. So I understand why they're doing it with Captain America. I would like to see more motivations on why they're fighting each other. And I'm hoping the movie flushes that out. But the trailers look good. They look cool. I want to see it. Number 6, Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice. This would have been farther up on my list. However, I saw the new trailer and I'm really pissed. Why did they show the entire movie in the trailer? Why would you show Doomsday? Why? The part in the trailer where you start to see Zod's body getting wheeled in, that's where you should have stopped the movie. Don't show that. End it right before that scene. Throw the Batman v Superman up and we're good to go. I did not want to... To me, the trailer for Batman v Superman is feeling like the trailer for Terminator Genesis. That they gave away the whole movie, and now I don't have any surprises. Doomsday would have been a great surprise. Why did you do that? Was the person who made Terminator Genesis trailer the same person that made that trailer? Because if it is, that person needs to stop making trailers now. Don't ever hire that person to make a trailer again. I hope it's not the same person. But even if it's different people, don't hire anybody that's going to make a trailer that gives away the whole freaking movie. Don't do it. But I still want to see it. It's Batman and Superman. I want to see it. I'm just disappointed in the trailer. It pisses me off. Number 5. Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. I like Harry Potter. I'm a Harry Potter fan. I like the universe. And I like the fact that J.K. Rowling wrote an original script that's not based on a book, so I don't know what we're getting. I mean, I have an idea from the trailer. Beasts get out, and now they got to find them. I mean, it's in the title. But I don't know what's going to happen, and I really like that. I'm going to get a Harry Potter universe storyline with totally new characters, and I don't know what's going to happen. To me, that seems pretty exciting, so I'm hoping the movie is really good. Number 4, Warcraft. I played Warcraft for beta and the first 4 years, and then I went back a couple of times for a month here or there, like once a year, but, lost interest in the game. But I've always wanted a movie, and we've been wanting a movie for like the past 10 years. And I'm glad that they waited, because the trailer that we got looks really cool. Really cool. And it reminded me a lot of my early days playing Warcraft 1 and 2. So I'm hoping they do it right, because it would be an amazing movie if they did it right. Number 3, Suicide Squad. I'm a huge Joker fan. I don't hide it. I love the Joker. He's one of my favorite villains of all time. And seeing Harley Quinn in a movie finally would be awesome. I'm even excited about seeing Will Smith as Deadshot. I think he would do a great Deadshot. The other characters, I'm not quite sure about yet. But it looks good. I'm really surprised with the cinematography and the directing in the trailer. That shocked me the first time I saw it. I was like, wow, they really put in some effort and time in that cinematography and the directing. So I'm impressed. I want to see how they do with the rest of the movie. Number 2, Deadpool. Oh, I cannot wait for Deadpool. The trailer was amazing. Finally, they're doing Deadpool right. They've been trying to make a good Deadpool movie for the past 11 years. And, I so hope it's good. I so hope it's good. The trailers look amazing, and I can't wait to see it. February. That's going to be my Valentine's Day present to myself, is watching Deadpool. And number 1, if you weren't surprised, Rogue One, A Star Wars Story. Not only is it cool to finally get an anthology story, something that's not a part of the 9 movies, but something different that's on the side that doesn't really have to deal with the Jedi, but it's in the same universe, that kind of thing. I liked that idea. I really liked that idea. And Donnie Yen is in it. Donnie Yen! I love Donnie Yen! So I'm excited for Rogue One. I hope it's really good. from the picture stills that I've seen, the costumes and the cinematography for the photos looked really good. I'm just hoping that the rest of the movie falls in place. I know that I think they finished principal photography already, and it's coming out in December. So, fingers crossed that it's good. But that's my top 20 of my most anticipated films of the year. If you're anticipating a movie this next year in 2016 that's not on the list, let me know. What do you want to see? What movie are you most excited about? Comment below. Give me your list. Give me movies. And like, share, subscribe, tell your friends. I will see you guys on the next video.